Hello, my name's Dominic Fonte. Thanks for tuning in today. I have the great honor of doing section part three of the gardening series that we started about a couple months ago. And this is Patrick Diorio, our Director of Administration for North Canton, and he has a special gift, the Green Thumb. And he's been a little critical of my garden, even though I did the best I can. So he's back to do a little bit more investigating on what I need to improve upon and what's happening. So stay tuned while we take a quick look. So go ahead, Pat. Show us what we got going on here.
If you tip the camera this way, we were talking last time about how your spices were, if you don't keep up with it, they're going to go to seed. And when they go to seed, that's the DNA of the plant telling you, we're done.
Okay.
I'm not going to make any more. You can see, just pinch them off, get rid of them. And what that'll do is that'll tell the plant, hey, keep growing, make more stuff.
Okay.
You got it here on your basil. I said these would go up as well. So you just pinch that off like that.
Okay.
And then this plant will get bigger and bushier, and you'll have more basil leaves. It looks beautiful though, insect-free. I love it. If we look back, Dom, I know we talked, your pepper plants are killing it. You got nice peppers on your pepper plants. This was just in a week and a half's time. You just really got good dirt here, Dom.
You know, you were here. This has been almost a week and a half, 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Of growth right here.
Yeah, and last time we were just getting flowers on them, and I was telling you about the June drop.
Correct.
Sometimes the flowers drop off.
Well, I see you got some good fruit there. Is that fruit or vegetables? What do we call
These
that?
are vegetables.
Vegetables.
Yep.
See, we're learning here.
Now, I told you on your zucchinis that you had a twin pack right here, and we talked about the last time that, you know, seed merchants try to make sure that you're buying a full pack, but you got a twin. This isn't going to work. One of these guys has got to go. This is the runt.
What do you do with it?
You just yank it out of the ground.
What?
You yank it out of the ground. It's a mercy killing.
Okay, go ahead and take it out then. Can you do it without ruining the other one?
Yeah, so what you do is you put your finger in here to keep the roots in place.
Okay.
In between your fingers, pull it straight
Oh,
out.
that was painful. Are we going to replant it or do
Nope, it's done.
That's a mercy
All
killing.
the energy now is going to go into that plant, and you're going to get great zucchini.
Okay, that's clever. All right, what else do we have here?
The peppers all look great. Looks like they're getting plenty of food, plenty of drink.
So what do we got? Yeah, they
Some
look
of your
great.
Hot peppers here. You got your medium hot blocks back there. You didn't have anything on them a week and a half ago. Look at that.
I mean, things seem to be boosting up since I added a little lime.
Yep, you took care of that. That's good. I told you about getting your pH right. That makes a big difference.
Okay.
Let's just take a minute, if we don't mind, here and talk about these tomato plants, Don, because remember we talked about desuckering your tomato plants?
Yeah, let me get the camera a little closer so we know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so I'll point here. You see that right there, Dom? This is a stem
Well, I'm looking.
that's growing in between
I
the
see.
side branch and the main stem.
Okay, I see
What's
that.
going to happen is all the energy it takes to produce this is taking away from turning these flowers into tomatoes.
Well,
And then
that's a big stem, though.
it is.
Look,
And
so what are you
usually
doing?
You take care of it before it gets this big, but you just
Oh my!
You break that off. You got another one over here. See
Wait,
that right here?
wait. Let's see. Okay.
In between a lateral and the main stem.
I see that.
This is. We don't want this.
Oh, God, that hurts.
It's gone. Then see what happens down here at the bottom? It's doing it all over this plant. They're everywhere. Now, ideally, you like to pick them off when they're this big. See down here how tiny they are?
Yeah.
You just look how easy that is. You just take that off, throw it away.
Okay. And you're just throwing them in the garden.
Yep. The next time you're working in the ground, just put them in there and bury them. Now that one is completely desuckered. That's great. You've been tying your plants. This one's tied a little bit too tight.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, you can see it's kind of pressing up against the flesh. So you really would want to loosen this one a little bit.
Uh-oh.
Here. You want to give it a little bit of play like that.
Okay.
That's good. Back here, another sucker in between the main stem and the lateral. We'll get rid of that. You got a big one here. So that one you might need a knife to cut that one off because I don't think I can break it with my...
Well, here. I got a knife.
And then they get woody. They're getting hard.
Oh, I see.
So there we go. We got rid of that one. That makes that look a lot better.
Okay. So now we have, remember we did the...
Multi-cropping here.
That's right.
And you know, this is, your lettuce is going to benefit from this shade that these branches are going to provide, particularly if you look over here in what you did. See, like this plant back here is getting lots of shade, and this July heat that's going to come, it's going to really appreciate that, because when the lettuce gets too hot, it bolts and goes to seed.
Okay.
And I think in your community garden here, you've got a little bit of that going on with your neighbors.
Okay.
So like here, all your tomatoes need to be gone through. You need to do this like every couple days because these things come like crazy, these suckers. You got to get rid of them. Otherwise, you're just going to have tiny...
That's a big one there, geez.
You're going to have tiny tomatoes and you're not going to get any decent crop out of it. So this is what we do. So you got to do this to all of your tomato plants.
Wow.
Okay, now, we slide back here as we're wrapping kind of things up. Remember we talked last time about the little white butterflies?
Yeah.
And they get all over and you think they're cute, but they're actually a cabbage butterfly and they love the cabbage family. The broccoli is the cabbage family. If you can look here.
I haven't seen any.
But you see these holes here in the middle?
Yeah, these are like
So,
little perforations.
Look here, I don't know, it's kind of small, you can see, but right there, that little green thing, it's about 1/4 of an inch long.
I can't even see it.
That's a cabbage butterfly larva. It's hatched, and now it's eating holes in here. And this thing will grow, and in about a week, it's going to be 1 inch long. And
Wow.
it'll clean off one of these leaves and
Okay,
eat it.
so you said last time to spritz it.
Yeah, if you have a spritzer bottle, like maybe if you have some hairspray that's a bottle left over that you can spritz water. All you want to do is wash these off, because once you wash them off into the soil, they're gone.
Right,
and you just
right.
got to watch for the butterflies to come back. And
Okay.
so when you're out here desuckering your tomatoes, inspect your leaves again with your spacing here. Now you're getting some fungus among us right here, this white.
Is that the lime? I put some lime.
Did you put lime here too?
I
It should be
limed the
lime
whole
there.
thing.
All right, well then we're okay then. There is a fungus that's white. It's kind of like a milky spore, and what happens is particularly on zucchinis, it'll turn the whole thing white and then brown and kill it off. So you have to watch for that.
Okay, what's that? What causes that?
Generally, it's a deficiency in the soil, but if you treat it with some organic stuff from Nutria,
Okay.
it'll take care of that fungus.
Okay.
You've got too many plants
I-
close together. Now here you got zucchini or yellow squash. Look at those. They
Wow.
weren't there last time, Dom. It's fantastic. But you know what? You're not going to get the crop that you would.
Okay. Well,
because
what
you
do we?
got Too many here.
Well, let's take care of that right now. Show me what you're doing. There's a lot of them on there
There's
too.
a lot of them there. I mean,
Wow.
It's one thing to pull them out when there's nothing on them. It takes a lot of courage to do it when there's something on them.
So it's sort of
You
like,
might just want to leave it.
okay,
this
let's
stage.
leave the one that have the fruit on it or the
They both
vegetables.
got fruit. They both got vegetables on them, so these are good. They all 6 of them do. Now, when I talked to you last time, I told you about staking these.
Yep.
So if you keep both plants, it's going to be a little harder to stake. But we also talked about how big these plants will get and they'll overtake the area.
Right.
Keeping the two together, they'll both be competing for the same limited nutrients, which will keep the plant smaller. So it might work for you. But next year, I think we got to make sure we don't
Okay.
do that.
Now over here, remember last week or a week and a half ago, we had the onion lesson about how I put all the onions, stretched them out, and you said put them all together. And we had the cucumbers now, and they're actually coming along pretty good. They're starting to reach out.
Yeah, you got a cucumber right there.
Oh, good.
Yep.
Neat.
Starting. So these will grow pretty fast. Now you've got it latching onto this fence, right?
Right.
And what I told you before about, if you have deer in your area
Right.
and you let this trellis up here, the deer will probably eat
Oh.
those leaves off.
Well, I think we could probably work
you
with
wanna-
that.
So what you do is it's latched onto this fence. You have to untwirl this. See how it's latching around
Yeah,
here?
mhm.
You don't want to just break it. You have to kind of massage it a little bit and unwind it. See there? So that you keep that curl intact.
So then where does it go? Just
Lay
leave it.
Move it over. Guide it. Direct it.
This is part C
Yes.
of the plant, the local garden. So again, for me, this is new, and there are some things I probably haven't done correctly. But it seems like since the last time we talked, I mean, there's a huge advancement in growth. So I think what we'll do is maybe we'll do one more video, and that'll kind of wrap up the season of gardening in North Canton. So again, great family video. This is something you can share with your family, your neighbors, loved ones. It's a fun learning aid. And of course, having a guy like this that understands it, it makes it easier for me. So I wanted to say thanks,
You're
Pat.
welcome. Thank you
and
for the
thanks for tuning in.
opportunity.
And I wish you and your family a wonderful 4th of July coming up here right before we know it. And if you're in the North Canton area, I think we have some activities that were talked about. Was it the 4th of July?
Well, the 4th of July is going to be on the 3rd of July.
3rd of July here in North
Sunday,
Canton.
yeah. So the parade and the run are on July 3rd.
That's the YMCA run.
The YMCA run. And then the fireworks will be on the 4th.
So where would we see the fireworks at?
That'll be out at the stadium.
At 7th Street, off by the high school there?
Yep.
And there'll be probably food vendors and a
Yeah,
lot of
the
activities.
JCs will run that. They'll have all that out
so
there.
So just make sure you get the word out that all activities are on full tilt, and we hope that you have a wonderful opportunity to come out, bring your family, friends, and loved ones, and enjoy the amenities here in North Canton. Thanks for tuning in.